Hello, my name is Hannah, and I'll be discussing my future goals as an educator. I will be pursuing a career as a guidance counselor. This is important to me to be able to support students, advocate their needs, and provide proper resources. Based on the results of my emotional intelligence assessment, I found that I carry empathy and self-awareness as my biggest strengths. I believe my self-awareness allows me to have empathy. I can understand myself, how my emotions and thoughts connect to my life. This allows me to carry more weight with other people's feelings and choices. Students who are seeking counseling may experience challenges and need support in different areas. Empathy and self-awareness will help me connect with my students on a deeper level, fostering trust and creating a safe and supportive environment for them to thrive. I recognize that these fields also require a great deal of patience, resilience, and adaptability, which are areas I continue to work on. When I think about being a leader, I put a lot of value on collaboration. I value collaboration and considering everyone's ideas and views. I want my coworkers to feel respected and thought of. I believe that respect is a key aspect of a healthy work environment. We can do this by being supportive, encouraging collaboration, and promoting growth. The biggest part of leadership in counseling will happen when I'm advocating for students. As a guidance counselor, I will lead in promoting a positive school climate, addressing bullying, and advocating for mental health resources. While leading IEP and 504 meetings, I will need to advocate for students' needs and make sure that they are receiving the proper accommodations and have a plan that will benefit their growth and development. I am motivated to get this career by intrinsic motivation. This is the definition by Leadership Central. Intrinsic motivation means that individuals' motivational stimuli are coming from within. The individual has the desire to perform a specific task because its results are in accordance with his belief system or fulfills a desire, and therefore importance is attached to it. I also find motivation by helping students. Student-centered learning environment that provides individual needs. Building strong relationships with your students, creating a safe and inclusive classroom where every student feels valued and respected is motivation. I will advocate for students and their families or to their families. I also value self-improvement. I will continuously reflect on my own practices. I will seek professional development opportunities to better my skills and stay current with best practices. 3 educational leaders that I look up to are Bernice Sandler, Ed Roberts, and Margaret Bancroft. Bernice Sandler began documenting sex discrimination in hiring practices at federally funded colleges and universities. She joined the Women's Equity Action League and did everything she could to catalyze change, from charging over 250 colleges with sex discrimination to initiating a letter handwriting campaign to profuse that Congress had to hire full-time employees to read all the correspondence. Ed Roberts, who was also given the nickname Special Ed, dedicated his life to the independent living movement. Ed was the first person with a significant disability to graduate from UC Berkeley. Governor Jerry Brown appointed him as Director of California Department of Vocational Rehabilitation. He kept that job with the same agency who had once labeled him too severely disabled to work. Ed Roberts showed how capable people with disabilities are. Someone with a disability can succeed academically and be successful in their career. Margaret Bancroft was one of the first educators to realize that mentally disabled students had special needs and deserved a customized learning environment. At the time, disabled children were routinely institutionalized. This led her to create the Bancroft Training School in Haddonfield that adapted to students' limited capabilities while building up their innate skills. I have worked with special education departments for many years. I have a lot of passion around these special education systems and that students receive proper care. Empathy and advocacy are 2 of the most important things you can implement as a guidance counselor. With empathy comes the ability to listen attentively and without judgment. This helps students feel heard and validated, and also allows you to pick up on subtle emotional cues that might indicate deeper issues. I will advocate for students by proactively identifying students who may be facing challenges, whether it be academic, social, or emotional. I will try to empower students by helping them develop self-advocacy skills so they can effectively communicate their needs. I will provide students with information and resources to support their growth and development. My first noble goal is promoting student well-being. This involves creating a safe and supportive environment where students feel safe and secure. Essentially, I want to make sure that students' emotional, social, and academic needs are met. This also includes addressing mental health concerns, providing crisis intervention, and teaching students coping mechanisms. Fostering social and emotional development is another goal of mine. Teaching emotional regulation by allowing students to identify and manage their emotions. I want to encourage students to understand and appreciate the feelings and perspective of themselves and others. Another important part of this development is teaching students how to resolve conflicts peacefully and respectfully, ultimately teaching them conflict resolution skills. Something that is very important to me is advocating for equity and inclusion in the classroom. I want to ensure that all students, regardless of their background or abilities, have equal access to resources and opportunities. If I do not become a guidance counselor, I do want to work with the special education departments to ensure that those students receive the proper support and accommodations. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen and watch my presentation. These are my cited sources.